This phase of work marks the culmination of 23 years of activity by the Stowe House Preservation Trust in Stowe House to restore the house to its appearance at around the year 1800. Where there have been architectural interventions in the intervening time, we've respected those, but generally we've been fortunate the structure of the house is largely as it was in the 18th century, and we have therefore been able to return it to the condition when it was at its heyday. That has cost a total of £26 million, largely funded by very generous grant-giving bodies, individual donations and some large donations from national charities. The latest phase of work has cost us about £1.2 million in this dining room alone, but that has allowed us to replace the floor in its entirety, to restore the ceiling, which was badly damaged by water ingress and had lost a lot of its ornate decoration, and as we're now at the stage we're at now, replacing the original chimney pieces that were sold in 1920 and hanging on the walls wallpaper for durability, but wallpaper copies of the original tapestries that were sold in 1920. We've been lucky enough to be able to trace these tapestries to a house in Switzerland, a museum in Portugal. One was missing, so we've had to make an approximation of that based on the same subject displayed somewhere else. But we're quite open about the fact this is a reproduction, a facsimile, not an exact copy. All the others are exact copies. So this final phase of work will take us a month or so to complete now from today. The chimney pieces are being installed in two pieces, the fire surround, which is ornately marbled and decorated to represent the original appearance, followed by the overmantels, which were richly carved and have been produced by a company in Saffron Walden and a local craftsman who has done a superb job with the detailed carving. They will then be gilded and decorated in situ while the gilding continues around the room. And just to put the figures in context, we will have spent about £95,000 on gold leaf alone. Again, all of this has come from generous donations, public funding and individuals. So the finishing touches are underway, and it's only at this stage that even we, having lived with the project, having planned it, having researched it, that even we just begin to get a feel of what a transformation it's going to make. And it's worth remembering, we're going from plain magnolia coloured walls, magnolia coloured woodwork where the gold leaf had been painted over in a succession of coats, to a richly decorated representation of the 18th century dining room. And it does make you wonder, what conversations did this dining room witness? What conversations will it witness in the past? Who will talk here? Who will have their lunch here? What will they go on to do? So there is that marvellous sense of continuity and the gracefulness of the room that Jeremy Musson talked about in his piece. The importance of lavish decoration for entertaining will be preserved, will be replicated. We're not making any claims that it's an exact copy. We haven't used tapestry because that just wouldn't be practical. We haven't been able to afford marble for the chimney pieces, but we've used materials that have been authentically made to look like the originals.
So we are now right at the final stages. The project will be delivered within the budget we planned, to the timescale that we committed to in the first place, barring some minor details. But above all, this is going to be a project delivered to the highest possible quality, which I think is an enormous tribute to all the craftsmen, all the specialists, all the consultants involved. And we're immensely looking forward to being able to share the new dining room, stored dining room with you.